Hey guys, welcome back. So now we have this edit video here. What we're going to do now is do the other case where if you want a video which isn't your own, you're going to see a subscribe button. So right here in this example, I'm on the video which isn't my own and I see the subscribe button. If you go to a video which is your own, you will see the edit button, which is what we have here. This video belongs to the user I'm logged in as, which is why we see this edit button. But if I go to another video, you will see the subscribe button. So what we're going to do first, in order to have the subscribe button, we need to know whether they're subscribed to that user or not. And in order to know if they're subscribed to that user or not, we need to have a subscribers table so that we can query it and find out, okay? So let's do that in this video. Go back to phpMyAdmin and create a new table, and this is going to be the subscribers table. So give it a name, subscribers, okay? And it's going to have 3 columns. We'll just say the first column is ID as usual, and keep the type as int. Scroll across to the right and check this AI checkbox, just like we've done with the other tables, and then go ahead and click go, and this sets it up to use auto increment and also as the primary key, okay, just as we've done in all the other tables. Now the next column is going to be user 2, okay, it's going to be the user 2, so the user they're subscribed to, all right, and then set this to varchar 50, so up to 50 characters in that column, and then set this column as user from, and this is the person who's going to be subscribed to this person here, all right, so varchar and then 50 again, and that's it. We only need those 3 columns, so go ahead and click save, and that'll create the table for us. Great. So what we're going to do now then is just write a simple function in the user class which will see whether they're subscribed to them, so an is subscribed to function. So go back to your text editor and open up the user class, so user.php class, scroll down, and we're going to do an is subscribed to function. So create a public function, and then the name is going to be is subscribed. Is subscribed to. Can't speak today. Is subscribed to, and then put the curly brackets on 2, and it's going to take 1 parameter, and that's just going to be a user 2. So a username we're going to pass into this and see if they're subscribed to that person, and then inside there, which is a simple query, we'll say query equals this arrow con arrow prepare, just like we've done all the other times, and it's going to be a real simple query, just in double quotes select all from subscribers where user 2 equals and then a user 2 placeholder, and then and user from equals and then a user from placeholder, and that's it. And then put a semicolon on 2, and let's move on to the line below, and we'll bind the parameters now. So query arrow bind param like this, and the placeholder we want to bind to first is going to be the user 2 placeholder, so user 2, and the value of the user 2 placeholder is just going to be this parameter user 2 that we pass into the function, okay? So it's the username of the person we want to check if we're subscribed to. And underneath that, we're going to say query arrow bind param again, so you could copy the line out above, but that's okay. We'll just say user from like this, so user from placeholder, and the value of this is going to be username, and then underneath there we need to give this username variable a value because at the moment it's undefined, so let's just say username equals this arrow get username. So we're calling the get username function, which is in this class, so return the username of the person we're logged in as. Alright, and like I said a million times before, and this will be probably the last time I say it, you can take this and put it onto a line above if you want to. It's exactly the same, it doesn't matter, alright? So just make sure it comes before the query execute. So underneath that, now that we've given it a value, we can actually call the query execute. So query arrow execute like that, and then finally we just need to return whether there is a row or not. So we just need to check the row count and see if it's more than 0. So return query arrow row count and then greater than 0. So this will return true or false based on whether the row count is greater than 0. And I did forget to do parentheses here, so make sure you put the parentheses on as well, so it's a function. So query arrow execute with the parentheses there, I forgot to do that, and then it's greater than 0. Okay, and that is it. The is subscribed to function is finished, and that should be good now. And then one more thing we need to do for the subscribers is we need to add the subscriber count. So next to the button, see it says subscribed here, the 1 is the number of subscribers they have. Because if you go on YouTube and click on someone you're subscribed to, at the moment, well at the time of recording this video anyway, you'll see subscribed and the number of subscribers they have. So we're going to do that. So in order to do that, we need to have a function which tells us the number of subscribers this person has. And this is again a really simple function. What we're going to do is copy this whole one because we're going to use a lot of the same code and paste it below, and then change the name to get subscriber count. So get subscriber count, and it's not going to take any parameters, so get rid of the parameter from there. So just get subscriber count, no parameters, and the query is just going to be select all from subscribers where user2 equals user2, and then get rid of this user from placeholder. We don't need that. All right. Now, because we don't need the user from placeholder, we just deleted it. What we're going to do is get rid of this user from bind param line right here. So we only have the user2 one, but then of course we're going to change the user2 variable to username like this, username, so that we have this value underneath. Okay, so username, and then the value of it is going to stay as this get username. And then we just need to do query execute, keep that the same, and then instead of returning query row count greater than 0, we just need to return query row count, and that's it. So just return the row count, and that should return the number of rows found by this. We could do a count query instead. We've done that a couple of times before in this course, but this is just another way of doing it. It doesn't really matter, okay? So good, we have a function which checks if a user subscribed to another user, and then we also have a function which gets the number of subscribers this user has.